at the event here at the Subaru, and they're doing car seat checks and all kinds of different things. And we have so many people coming in to take a look at them and see what's going on and to make sure they're installed correctly. Is that correct?
That's correct. So we have 3 certified car seat installers in the Wakefield Police Department. We have Sergeant McCaul, Officer Rando, and Officer Tobine. They've been doing this for several years now. And once a year we have a big event where people can come in all at once and get their car seats checked or reinstalled, whatever they want. And it's a great event. We do it throughout the year. People come in all the time, but we like to have one big event where we bring everybody together.
Well, I think that, this is really a really nice thing. There's a lot of things that the police department does throughout the town that really never gets too recognized, and it's just really nice to see a positive note for a change.
No, I agree. And we have officers that have come here today from Stoneham, Woburn, Billerica. They're also certified car seat installers. And the officers who do this, they volunteered for it. It was something they took an interest in. It started out with somebody coming into the station one day and asking if we did it. And at that time we didn't, so we looked into it. We found out that there was a certification process. So we asked around, and several officers volunteered, said there was something that they were interested in. So we sent them off to school, and I didn't really think it was something that was as involved as it is, but you'd be surprised at how technical it can be to put in a car seat. There's a wrong way and there's a right way, and it can really make a difference if, say, somebody was in an accident.
Hi everybody, I'm Officer Amy Rando. I'm one of the many child safety seat technicians in Wakefield. I want to discuss with you the different types of child safety seats that we have available per our grant for families who are in need, and also the types of car seats that we see brought into us often. First, the first seat that you would have for a newborn baby would be an infant safety seat with a base. This is the safety first seat. It's an onboard 35. It comes with an infant carrier and then also has a base attached. When we're checking these for parents, there's 2 different ways that we can install this seat, as the other seats as well. We have the latch system, and then we also have the seatbelt system. Depending on the vehicle, sometimes we can get it more secure with latch, sometimes we can get it more secure with the lap and safety belt. It kind of depends on the child seat brought in and the vehicle that we're using. The latch system is good for children and car seats weighing a total of 65 pounds. So that's the combined weight of the carrier, the base, and the child. If it ever exceeds that 65-pound limit, then we do recommend that you use the safety belt instead. Obviously, that secures a full-size adult or up to 2,000 pounds. So this would be the seat that you start with. The height and weight limit on these seats do vary a little bit by brand, but typically it's between 30 and 35 pounds and between 30 and 35 inches typically for seats where kids would go in these first. The next seat that we would recommend for parents is a convertible seat. This seat can be used rear-facing or forward-facing. We do recommend that children stay rear-facing up until the age of 2 or the maximum weight the seat allows. Some seats go up to 45 pounds rear-facing, so that could be a 4-year-old or older. We do suggest parents, if you can make age 2 or even up to 3, that is more recommended. When you do switch a child to forward-facing, and if you are in a major accident, there is more risk for head and neck injury if a child is forward-facing, so it is very important to stay rear-facing as long as the child is comfortable and the parent is willing to do so. Once the child is age 2 or a little older or meets the weight requirement for forward-facing, we would switch this to forward-facing. Once you do a convertible seat or a forward-facing seat, there is a top tether that you would secure in the vehicle as well, in addition to either the latch system and the safety belt. So again, you'd use either the latch or the safety belt and then adding the top tether. Next seat that we would use from here, once a child meets the height and weight or is 5 years old, or a little bit older, it can obviously depend on different sizes of children, you can go to a booster seat. This is a high back booster seat. The back can be removed so that it's just the bottom piece right here. The goal of the booster, you're not actually installing this in the vehicle, you're just placing the child in it, and then you would use the safety belt to secure the child in this booster. This would raise the child's hips up so that the seatbelt is going across the hips and not the child's stomach, and it ensures that the safety belt is not going across the neck, that it's going across the shoulders where it should be. If you were in an accident and a child was not in a booster, the safety belt going across the tummy and across the neck could cause severe injury or even death if it's not in the appropriate place. So it's very important that a child is not just secured with a belt until they're actually ready and the seat belt is where it should be on them. So that's why we recommend a booster seat. There are so many different variations of seats out there. We don't actually recommend any specific seat. I say do your own research on it and make the best choice for you and your family.
Obviously, it's built up over the years, and people know that they can come to Wakefield, and we'd be no matter whether they're from Wakefield or from another town, or we get people from other states that end up coming to see us, and we will help anybody that reaches out or shows up. And so the program is really built up over the last several years. We have information on our website, wakefieldpd.org. We have a whole car seat page on our website with all sorts of links and helpful information and ways you can get in touch with us to, obviously if someone comes in, we'd be more than happy to help them out. But the best way to get a seat check done is through an appointment.
All right, I'm going to be installing a rear-facing convertible car seat. This car seat can be used on children as small as 5 pounds. We do recommend that you keep children rear-facing up until the age of 2 or the maximum weight that the seat allows. For this seat here, you can either install it using the seatbelt system or the latch system. I'll be doing the latch system today. For rear-facing children, you'll see in the front of the seat here, there are 3 slots lower here that are used for rear-facing kids, and then 3 slots higher up that would be for forward-facing kids. To adjust the straps, loosen this here. To adjust the straps, I'm going to just loosen that to give myself a little bit of slack to work with. And you're just unhooking one strap right here, and I'm going to feed that into a lower slot. Now again, if a child is present, that is beneficial because you would know where exactly to put these. For a rear-facing child, you want the harness straps to be starting at the shoulder level coming down or a little bit below coming up and over. For rear-facing kids, you do not want the harness straps up above the shoulder with there being space. That would be not good if you were in a car accident, as the child could be freed from the harness. So I'm going to move these down to the lower setting for a rear-facing. And then you hook them in as they were. Okay? For this particular seat, you want to make sure that you have the right angle in any rear-facing seat. This seat here, there's this leg piece. It would fold under if you were going to use it forward-facing. I have folded it down for rear-facing. For the latch system, which is how I'm going to install this today, it does come with a strap down here. If we were going to be using seat belt, we would also be feeding the lap and shoulder belt through here. But again, we're going to use latch. You want to make sure that the belt is not twisted at all. And if you look in any vehicle made after 2002 has lower anchors. So in any vehicle, you'll often see a little tiny round plastic piece down here indicating where there's a lower anchor kind of hidden in the crevice of the seat. They're available usually on both outboard seats. There are a few select newer vehicles that have a 5th lower anchor that would allow it to be installed with the latch system in the middle seat. However, typically it's only available with latch on the outboard seats. So I'm going to clip this right in here. I spread the seat apart, find that latch. I heard it clip in, and check it. And then we'll go over this side. Again, making sure that this is not twisted. And then we're clipping this in over here. There we go. And then we're going to pull this nice and snug. And you're going to want to be pushing the seat into the crevice of the seat while taking out any of the extra slack. And what you're looking for is you don't want more than 1 inch of movement at the belt path. All right. So if moving it side to side, it moves more than 1 inch, you don't have it installed appropriately. And Normally I would hop over the other side of the car here, but we're going to try to do it this way here. Alrighty. Okay. There we are. And for some vehicles, a nice way to kind of cheat is if the seat actually reclines back. You can recline the seat back, try to take out any of that extra slack, and then recline the seat back forward. That can be, you don't have enough upper body strength. All right. And so now the seat, if you're checking it at the belt path, which is here, some people will check it here and go, oh my gosh, it's moving a ton. That's not where we're checking it. It's right at the belt path, and that's over here, and up to an inch of movement is okay. When you're actually securing the child in the seat, you want to make sure there's a retainer clip here. This is nice and loose. A retainer clip, this plastic piece right here, that needs to be right at the armpit level or the nipple line. If it's too far down on the child's tummy and you are in a high impact crash, the harness straps could actually split apart and a child could be freed from the harness. And you also don't want it too close to the neck because that can cause injury. To tighten it, most seats you're pulling a strap down here, making sure that it's nice and snug. If you can pinch material in the harness, it's not tight enough. So you want to make sure the child is secured in there nice and snug. And that is how you install this particular rear-facing convertible car seat.
Looking around and watching some of the seats that come in here, I mean, they must have a booklet that's 10 pages long when you look at it. And this buckle, that clip, the particular car is set up differently. It's just amazing.
It really is. There's a lot that goes into it. And the best advice we could probably give people is read the owner's manual. You know, a lot of people say, well, geez, my brother-in-law has one. He put one in. No, you need to read the owner's manual, spend the time, and then actually read the owner's manual that came with your car and cross-reference the two documents to really make sure you're putting it in right.
And I guess some of the problems are a lot of the car seats aren't installed correctly. Is that right?
Yeah, unfortunately, we still see a big misuse rate, not just here in the Commonwealth, but across the country. And it's not from lack of trying. People try. It's just knowing the little tricks, knowing how to get them in really proper. It makes a difference. So everything that comes in ultimately gets fixed.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming in here, and I'm sure that everybody else does too. And you're going to stay with this for a while, right?
Absolutely. This is something we all enjoy. Keeping kids safe is important. Pleasure to be here. And we tell everybody, buckle up and always make sure your car seats are in properly.
Sal does a lot of great things for the town of Wakefield, and I'm glad that we have him as a partner here with the Wakefield Police Department. One thing that Sal and I talked about was letting people know about all the great things that the police department does. We're not just law enforcers. We're out there to help the public with whatever we can do, and this is just one small sample of that. And we appreciate Sal inviting us down here to use his facility today. And there's more to come with Sal.
We want to do a lot more for the community, because my feeling is that if you help the community here, the rest of the state will take care of itself. The rest of the country will take care of itself. But we have to start here. Just take care of your neighborhood. That's what it's all about.